Hope all of you are doing well, and I hope you are able to watch my videos, subscribe, like them, and comment. No pressure, but it will be nice because it gives me a sense of direction as well. It's plenty to share, and it will keep coming in bits and pieces like I normally do. So, I was on a cleaning spree actually here in my office, trying to sort out the books that I have and all the equipment that I keep over here. And over a period of time, we don't realize the amount of clutter that we accumulate. For some strange reason, we are not able to just let it go, in a sense, give it away to someone who can use it. And over a period of time, I've noticed a lot of people I've interacted with, my own family members, many of them, my mother in particular, who just hoard things, literally like a hoarder, as though some catastrophe is going to happen and one fine day nothing will be available, and then madam will step out and start helping people or selling it or whatever. Little ridiculous actually, because everything requires space. Now, space will run out if you keep accumulating. I mean, you must have experienced that, right? But what we don't realize is, with the more we accumulate, let alone the space being used up, you are actually boxing yourself in, psychologically and mentally. We don't realize it until it really hits us. The more you accumulate, the more you have things surrounding you, the less capable you are of thinking clearly. Yes, there is a direct link to clutter and fogginess, declutter and clarity. I figured this out much later. And today something happens to me if I see just too much. So it is very important that we set a kind of a discipline in our life. Whether it's clothes that you're accumulating, shoes that you may be accumulating, electronics, electrical, books, newspapers, magazines. I mean, people hoard magazines which are like centuries old. Nobody will read it, nobody will touch it. In fact, if you pick it up, it'll just crumble to pieces. I'm sure you would have seen such people. It's an obsession that you got to have it, and if you have it, it should become vintage, and if it becomes vintage, then there is another name and tag that you carry. I mean, each one to themselves. There's nothing right or wrong. Question is, does it work for you? Does it benefit you in any way? Because if you give things away to people, once you have outlived it, whether it's an iPad, whether it's an old phone, there are many people who are unfortunate, can't afford to get something which is required in today's day and age. You upgrade your phone, what do you do to the old one? Normally we exchange it so that we get some money. But how much? 1,000, 2,000, 3,000? You might as well give the phone to somebody less fortunate. Could be a domestic staff, could be anyone. Let them enjoy it. Similarly for clothes. How much are we going to hoard? Don't give tattered clothes. Now that's not in good taste. Give clothes which are slightly old, but let somebody else enjoy it. Have them washed nicely, have them pressed, and give it to them. Give it with a good intent. Give it with the right heart. Two things will happen. You're going to benefit somebody else. You too benefit because you are creating space to get something new for yourself. Call it an upgrade, call it a change, call it what you like. But you are creating space for something new to come in. Do you ever keep outdated medicine? You don't, right? Do you eat outdated food? You don't, right? You check the expiry date. But just because a certain item doesn't have an expiry date, that doesn't mean you keep holding on to it. If you're not using it, let it go. There is an old saying I remember, and it's got imprinted in my mind. You don't use it, you lose it. Same thing goes with your brains. We don't use our brains, we lose it. So give it a thought. Look around your environment, whether it's your home, your bedroom, your cupboard, your drawers. your loft, your store. Take a peek. At least once in a quarter, that's 3 months. You'll be surprised that you'll discover things that you thought you never had. And then you'll feel guilty that you never used it. And then when you try to use it, it doesn't work. What's the point? So make it a habit to take some time out, get into the store or your cupboard, deep dive as I call it, pull out everything, sort it out. Sort it out. Trust me when I say this, you'll feel so much better when you see all your clothes aligned, your books aligned, all your electricals put in one box and put away in one corner with a label. It makes a world of difference to the way you feel and then how you operate. Try it. You'll see it for yourself. Happy unsorting.